Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to learn how to do this amazing 3D animation using PowerPoint, and I'm also going to show you how to do motion path animation in PowerPoint as well. So let's have a look at the animation that we're going to learn today. So guys, doesn't it look cool? The 3D earth that keeps rotating on its axis while every content of your PowerPoint presentation keeps changing. Now let's have a look at the second slide. Are you as excited as me to learn these two kind of animations today? So let's get started. These are the two slides that I have already created in PowerPoint. So I will just create a new presentation from over here. I will go to new and blank presentation. So once I have created this blank presentation, I'm going to remove all these things from here. Now let me go back to my previous presentation and let me copy everything from here to this new presentation that we are going to create now. I will just paste everything on this new slide. As you can see, I have pasted all the elements over here. Now let's create a new slide here and delete everything, and then let's drag one by one all the elements from here so you understand what actually are we going to do and how are we going to implement all these things. The first element over here is the background slide, the first element over here is the background image that we're going to copy from here using Control or Command C and Control V. So we have this really cool looking background that we've copied here. Now we have to add earth over here. Now to add this 3D earth, there's a really cool trick in PowerPoint. You just have to go to Insert tab over here and choose 3D models and then select from an online source or from online sources. Now once you click there, you will see a lot of 3D elements that are already available for us to download and use in our slides. Now we are going to search for earth over here. As you can see, there are different kinds of earths or the surface of earths that are shown over here. So I have chosen this one, so we will choose this and click on Insert. You see we have a 3D model of earth over here already. Now just to make things fast, I will just delete this and copy this from over here to this new slide. I'm doing this just so all the elements and my sizes remain intact so that I can finish this demonstration video very quickly. But you know, you can always resize stuff and move stuff as you want, as you like. So we have an earth over here. Now we will have to add this protective shield that protects our earth from all these asteroids. So I will just copy this and paste it over here. We just have to make sure that this particular image remains in the foreground. So we will just click here and click on Bring to Front. So it's already on the front. Now this image or all these images I have downloaded from a few websites, and I have created a zip file that I will attach in the description below, from where you can download all these elements and use it in your presentation or in your slides as well. So I'm using this particular image of protective shield over the earth. It looks like net, so is it Skynet? The Skynet was supposed to protect the earth, right? Not sure. Okay, jokes apart, we will use these asteroids from over here. I'll just copy and paste. So guys, I'm just copy pasting all these things from over here because I don't want that there are animations already there. I want to show you how to add animations, which objects to animate first, how should we arrange animation. That is the only reason I'm trying to create this presentation from scratch. Now we have text that we will copy and paste. Now we have all our elements on this particular slide over here. So there's this background, there's earth, there's protective shield, there are asteroids, and there's text. Now let's start with the animation part. Now once we click on the earth, we want the earth to keep rotating, as we saw in my animation, that the earth keeps rotating while every other animation takes place. You see, these asteroids are flowing out, these asteroids are coming from top and going out, the shield appears, the text appears, but the earths keep rotating. But the earth keeps rotating. So we need to do this. Okay, now we will choose earth and we will go to animations from here. Now first of all, let me remove all the animations. I'll just do Control A. I'll click here, I'll just do Control A, right click and remove. Now all the animations are already removed. We'll delete this slide as well. Now we have only one slide and we have our animation pane over here. Now we will choose this earth and we will add animation of, let's say, turntable. Turntable animation is an animation that keeps rotating the 3D object. There are a lot of effect options that you can choose from here, that if you want the direction to be right, if you want it to rotate like this, if you want it to rotate clockwise, if you want it to rotate counterclockwise, or if you want it to rotate down. Whatever you're comfortable with. I've just chosen rotate the earth right. You can also choose the amount of spin that you want. You can just choose half spin, it will spin till half and then it will stop. Or you can choose continuous, so it will keep spinning on a loop. It will never stop. But we just want it to spin once and then stop. Okay, so it will spin once and stop. So we will click on this animation thing. We will go to click this little arrow over here and choose the effect options that we want to apply to this particular object. The direction, the amount, rotation axis, if you wanted to rotate from view center or object center. There are a lot of options that you can play around with. Smooth start, smooth end. The object will start rotating slowly in the beginning and then it will catch speed, so you don't feel the jerkiness. The timing, you can set the timing as well, like what should be the duration, what should be the delay before starting, after the trigger. So our trigger is on click and you can choose the duration. I have chosen 20 seconds duration. Well, it's by default. It's enough, like I guess 20 seconds is enough to finish all the animations, because if it's more than that then people will find it very boring unless there's a lot of stuff happening around. Okay, so this will keep rotating for 20 seconds. Now we need to add animation to these asteroids. Okay, I will select these and I will add an entrance animation to these. So I just want them to fly in, but I don't want them to fly in from bottom. I want them to fly in from top left. Okay, now we need to add an exit animation to these. We want them to fly out, but if they're flying in from this top left corner, they should fly out to this bottom right corner. So we will choose to bottom right. All right, now we need to make these animation smooth so they look like this. Let's have a look at the old presentation again. Now you see how smooth the asteroids look. They are entering slowly and they're exiting slowly without stopping in between. So we need to achieve that. Now let's go back to our slide. Here picture 7 is the asteroid thing. Oops, my bad. Did you see what just happened over here? We added an animation and then we chose a different animation. So if you are adding multiple animations to an object, you don't have to do it like this. Otherwise you will see the animation that is getting replaced. So we need to add an entrance animation from over here. We need it to fly in from top left. So it's flying in. Now we don't need to change animation over here. We have to choose add animation to add multiple animations to a single object. Now I will choose an exit animation from over here and I want the object to fly out. Okay, now you can see two animations for same picture. Picture 7 entrance animation, picture 7 exit animation. All right, now the first effect should start on click, but the second effect should not start on click, because if we click in between, the first animation will stop and second will start. We don't want the first animation to stop. We want the first animation to complete for 20 seconds, while we want the second animation to begin already. Okay, so we will go to, you want me to, let's just see how this works practically. Let's just see how this works practically. Now let's go to F5. Just ignore the shield because we have not added the animation to the shield yet. So the Earth is rotating, but our asteroids are not coming because the animation was to begin on click. The trigger was on click. Now if I click, the Earth stops and then it comes. Did you see that? Let's just see that again. So on a click, Earth starts rotating. Now if I click again, Earth stops and then asteroids enter. We don't want that. We want the asteroids to enter while the Earth is rotating. So we will choose start with previous. So it should start while the previous animation is going on, but it should start with a delay of say 2 or 3 seconds. So we'll go to timing and we will add a delay of 2 seconds. But if you see, the asteroids are entering too fast. If I go to F5, I click here, Earth starts rotating, asteroids enter, but they enter too fast. So we need to slow down the speed. We'll just right click over here and we will go to effect options and we will go to timing and then duration. We want the duration to be say medium. We want asteroids to come at a medium pace and it should complete within 2 seconds. Okay. So now you can see the asteroids are entering at a very easy pace, and we want the same thing to happen when they are exiting the screen. So on the exit animation as well, we will choose the same thing, start with previous and effect options, timing, delay. We will have to adjust the delay according to the entrance of asteroids, but I'll show that to you later. Now let's choose the duration of 2 seconds. Okay, now we have forgotten to choose this exit animation position, so we want the asteroids to exit at bottom right. Okay, the speed matches now. Now what we have to do is we just have to zoom into this pane and click over here and match it over here. So once this animation ends, this animation should start. You can do that manually as well from over here. It should be start with previous, but you can adjust the delay according to the effects that you have added previously. Now if we go to effect options and timing, there's a delay of 4 seconds. Why? Because the first picture starts at 2-second delay and it takes 2 seconds to complete the animation. So we need the exit animation to start after 4 seconds and it should continue for 2 seconds. Alright, I hope you get my point. If you have any doubts, you can always ask them to me in the comments section. As you can see, I have clicked it, the Earth starts rotating. There's these asteroids that entered and exited while the Earth keeps rotating. Now we need to add these animations. Let's say one more time. We go to picture 7 green, so green is the entrance animation of picture 7. We can just click here. So both these animations are selected. Now we will go to add animation, add one more entrance animation and it should fly in. We don't want it to fly in from bottom, we want them to fly in from say top. Okay, we'll repeat the same thing. We want it to start with previous. We want to change the timing, so we'll go to effect options, timing, and the duration should be 2 seconds. It's medium. The delay now should be 6 seconds because the first 2 animations should be completed and then only this should start. Because the first 2 animations should be completed and then only this should begin. So after the 6-second delay, we will see that asteroids are coming in. Similarly, we'll click on the picture again and we will add animation and exit animation, fly out. We want it to fly out to the bottom, that's correct. Now we will click this small arrow, start with previous and effect options, timing. We want it to be medium slow. The duration should be 8 seconds now. Alright, now let's add animation to this shield or Skynet. Now we have selected the shield. We want to add an entrance animation to the shield. We want it to appear. Okay, it should start with previous. It should start at 10 seconds and medium speed. Okay, now let's click on F5. You see these smooth animations that we've achieved? It looks cool, right? Looks amazing. So the Skynet has appeared and it protects our Earth from the asteroids now. Okay, we just need to add asteroids one final time. We'll click on the asteroids picture. We will have to add one more fly in animation. This time let's choose from left. Okay, and it should start with previous, the effect options, timing, duration should be medium. I'm not sure how many seconds, so we'll just zoom into this panel. Oops, something wrong has happened now. We will choose. Okay, so we have added animation to this Skynet screen now. Now we just have to add these asteroids one more time and they will enter and stay on screen, so the screen looks beautiful. Okay, now we will just click on the asteroids picture again. We will have to add animation and we will have to choose, say, fly in, but it should start with previous, and we will have to go to effect options again, timing, we want it to be medium slow, and it should start after a delay of, say, 12 seconds. Okay, now we are almost done. We just have to add animation to our text over here. We want this text to appear first and then this text, so we will choose this text. We will have to add an entrance animation, say float in, looks cool. Start with previous, because if we choose start after previous, it will start only after the 20-second duration of the first animation is completed, but we don't want that. Now we will manually adjust it to over here, say okay. Now this thing, it should float in and it should also start with previous, but only after the first text has appeared. So we'll just drag and adjust the position to our liking. Now we are done with this animation. Let's just see how the final output looks like. I've pressed F5 and click. Let the show begin. Yep. Okay, Skynet has appeared. Looks cool. I like it. Let me know what you think about this animation in the comments below. So we're done with our first animation. Now let's begin our animation of rocket. Okay, the rocket lands, the text appears, there's smoke, the rocket takes off, zoop. Okay, now I guess you guys might have figured out how this is done, but still, let me show it in detail. We will just select everything over here, click Ctrl C, right click over here, new slide, delete all these things, Ctrl V. Okay, so now we will just click here and add new slide again, delete everything. Now we will click here. Now we will copy elements one by one. Okay, so let's just choose the background, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. I've copied the background over here. Now I want this rocket ship. Okay, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, so I have this background that's created. This looks like a landing space for a rocket ship. Now the rocket is already at the position where it should have appeared after it has landed. Okay, so let's just animate this thing. select all these animations, right click and remove. Okay, we want the rocket to land over here, but it should fly in from top. So we will choose an animation, entrance animation of flying in, but we want it to fly in from top. But you see it looks very weird. Let's just have a look at this. It's very slow, and when the animation is going to end, the rocket becomes slower. Just focus on this. The rocket has become slower. Let me play one more time. The rocket lands very slowly. So we have to achieve that. We will just click on this. We will go click on this little arrow over here. Go to effect options. Go to timing. And we want the duration to be, say, 2 seconds. Okay. Still, it's not landing very slowly. So we will have to do one more thing. We want the ending to be smooth. Okay, ending should be smooth. Let's say 1.5 seconds. Smooth ending is fine. See how smooth it looks? Let's just do a Control Z and play it again. Not smooth, but let's just redo custom animation and play again. It's smooth. So guys, this is a great thing, smooth start and smooth end. Don't forget to use this in your presentations. Okay, so the rocket has landed now. We need to add other elements. We need to add this text. Control C, Control V, the text is added. Text number 2, Control C, Control V. Okay, let's animate the text. Just click on this text box, choose animation of floating in. Okay, add animation to it. But okay, we don't want this animation to begin on click. We want this animation to begin once the rocket has landed. So we will choose start after previous. Okay, so you see in the timeline, once this animation is completed, only then this second animation begins. Okay, now animating the text number 2. We want it to float in. Okay, we want it to begin after the previous, because we want this text to appear only after this text has appeared already. Okay, you see in the timeline, animation 1, 2 and 3. Alright, now we have to add this smoke. Okay, I have copied this smoke. I will paste it here and I will remove all the existing animations from this smoke. Okay, but I will have to bring this rocket to front because this looks kind of weird. Bring to front. Okay, this looks okay now. Great. Now when do we want this smoke to appear? We want it to appear only after this text. Okay, is it time to leave Earth? Earth, is it time to leave? Okay, so after is it time to leave appears, we want this smoke to start appearing. So we will click on this smoke image and we will choose an animation of, say, how do we want it to animate? We want it to appear like this. Okay, let's choose fade in, but it should begin only after previous. Okay, we will choose other options. Timing, let's say we want it to appear a little slowly. Okay, now it looks cool. Fine, let's just see how it looks, how everything looks. The rocket lands, text appears, smoke appears. Okay, fine. Now we want the rocket and smoke to move out of the screen. But the rocket should move a little up and it should stay there for say couple of seconds and then it should zoom out. You getting my point? We want these things to stay over here for say like 2 seconds and then everything should zoom out. Okay, so Ctrl Z, fine. We want it to move a little up. So picture number 4 is the rocket ship. Now after this animation has ended, we want the rocket ship to have one more animation. So we'll click on rocket, we will choose add animation. Don't choose animation from over here, from over this screen, otherwise you will lose the existing animations. Always click on the picture and then choose add animation if you are going to add multiple animations to that particular picture. Okay, now we want it to move upwards in a straight line, so we will choose motion path from here and we will select lines. The rocket goes down, but we want it to move up, so we will click on effect options and we will choose up. Okay, but we don't want the rocket to move up until here. We will have to adjust this position. We will click, once you click on say 1, you will see the first position. If you click on 2, you will see second position, but it's much higher than our desired position. 2 boxes over here, box number 1, box number 2. Box number 1 shows the position before this animation, and box number 2 shows the position after the animation. So if you click over here, you see, if you click over here and drag, you can choose your desired position after the animation. If you want it till here, if you want it to stop say over here. Okay, this is our desired position. Let's just start after the previous and play again. You see the position number 2? It looks okay. Now we just don't want the rocket alone to move up, we want this smoke also to move along with the rocket. Okay, so we will have to add same animation to this smoke as well. So we will just click on this smoke thing and we will click smoke, animations, add animation, motion path. We want it to move up, so it's moving upwards, but it's moving a little more than what we want. Let's just have a look at this path. This path is of our rocket, so this path of the smoke should also be equal to the path of the rocket. So we'll click here and we will drag it down a bit. Okay, I think it kind of looks fine. Let's just play and see. The rocket lands, the text appears, smoke appears. Okay, rocket is moving up, smoke is moving up. The position is perfect, but there's one mistake that has happened. We want these two animations to go simultaneously.
or say begin simultaneously. So we will just choose picture number 7 animation again. We'll have to click on start with previous. So both the animations begin simultaneously. Let's just check it again. The rocket lands, text appears, smoke appears, both of them move upwards. Now the position is perfect, the motion is perfect. Now we will just have to make these two things fly out. Let's select both of them together. I'm trying this for the first time. Let's just see if I can add animation to both of them at once. We'll choose exit animation, fly out. We want it to fly out towards the top. Okay, they move here and then they fly out. Okay, not perfect, but looks fine. You can adjust this while you are doing your presentation.
Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed watching this video and have learned something new, please hit that like button, please subscribe to my channel, and if you face any difficulties, the comment section are always open for your queries. I will try my best to answer each and every query of yours. See you next time. Till then, bye bye and happy holidays.